Hey everybody, what's going on? And today I want to talk to you all about something that I've been meaning to talk to you about for, I would say, over a year now. One of my favorite bags, which is this one. This is the Shimoda Explore 60. This is the bigger version of their outdoor Explore series of bags. Let's get into it. So I've been using this bag for, I don't know, probably over a year. I know I had it for the train trip I did last January. I know this bag has gone across the country with me at least 3 or 4 times now. And this bag has been great. So I can make a million excuses on why I'm just now doing a review on this bag. Like, oh, I wanted to put it through its paces, blah, blah, blah. The truth of the matter is, now I have a video editor. So I can get this content out there even faster. So without going through all the tech details of this bag and all the nitty gritty of it, let's just go over the general of it because that's pretty much what I'm better at. So this is an outdoor bag, and what that means is it is ready to rock and roll in the toughest conditions that you put it in. Whether it's rain, snow, gravel, dirt, mud, sand, it's ready for it. And I have put it through pretty much all those conditions. The zippers are the reinforced YKK zippers, which means they don't bust or break apart like cheaper bags. I'm not going to name any cheaper bags that might be sitting like right there where the zipper is clearly busted. I have not busted these zippers, and I have overloaded, underloaded this bag a bunch of times. The zippers have held strong, and number one, Shimoda, I thank you for the strong zippers. Number two, this bag is ergonomically ready for whatever you want to put on it. So for example, there's grab handles all over it. There are mounting points all over it. So depending on how you want to configure this thing, for example, tripod, whatever on the outside, or in this really cool tripod section right here, which I'll show you later, this bag is ready to rock and roll with the mounting points. You can put carabiners, nets, all over this thing if you want to go hardcore outdoorsy, more so than I go outdoorsy. I go outdoorsy, but I go photographer, videographer gear load in outdoorsy. I don't go load this thing up with camping stuff and sleeping bags. I don't do that level of outdoorsy with it. I just go professional outdoorsy. So when I received this bag from Shimoda, I received a professional kit. What that means is the kit came with the bag, a medium core unit, and 2 of the small core units, as well as an accessory bag. And I'm really happy with this configuration because having the medium and 2 core units allows me to customize the inside of this bag in a number of different ways that have so far suited my purposes. And by the way, my purposes are never singular. Like for example, I might have this bag loaded to the gills with everything because that's my main bag for travel. Or I might have this bag where it's just for photo. I might have the drone in one section, might have a telephoto lens. I have mixed these configurations up so many different times, and having that medium and the 2 smaller core units has made that a breeze for me. Also, having 2 small core units allows me to put 2 of the smaller ones at this lower section of the bag, because this bag you access everything from this main compartment, but also you can turn one of the small core units to the side and access it from this side section, which is handy if you want to access a lens or whatever from this side compartment, because this bag is designed so you can access your equipment from either the side, the main compartment, or the top compartment. Having this bag laid out that way allows you to configure it for whatever equipment you think you might need the most, or in an awkward or unique angle. Also, while we're talking about the configuration of the bag, they did the genius thing that I'm so thankful whenever a backpack manufacturer does this, and they made so the way to access the main compartment is by putting it on its back. Why do I think this is genius? Because when you're in dirt, mud, sand, whatever, let's just say rain and wet grass, when you take your bag off and you need to get your camera out, putting the backpack on its back allows you to access everything here nice and neatly, and then put it back on your back without making your back super wet. You get it? This is the back of the bag, this is the front. You access everything from the main compartment in the front. Genius. That's how I like my camera backpacks to be made. And when they're any other way, it is frustrating and I get a wet back, and that's just never fun, especially if you're doing events or weddings or something you're dressed up. While I have the backpack down here, let me talk about these straps. I've had a mini of camera backpack and outdoor pack. I really love the comfort, and even when it's weighed down, the way that these straps and the way that this bag is designed made it so it's comfortable to carry around airports, walk around, etc., etc. So talking about the straps as well, this bag comes equipped just like a hiking bag, where you have all the adjustments for the stuff that I don't even know what it's called, but I know how to adjust it for the top tension, the normal tension like a normal backpack, as well as on the waist and stuff like that, so you can make sure everything fits you properly. Shimoda actually has some great videos to show you exactly the order and how to adjust this bag to fit you properly. And that same configuration on how to fit the bag properly goes for both this bag as well as any hiking or outdoor bag. So it's a good watch just to make sure you're wearing your bag correctly, because that will keep you from getting injured. But let's talk about the straps. So I've already said and obsessed about how comfortable they are. They're also very, very functional. So on the right strap, there's actually a spot right here where you can put a water bottle, your phone, whatever. There's actually a really cool little pouch right here. There's also hooks on both of the straps, so you can put whistles or whatever you want to hang off of here, right here. On the left side, there's a zipper pouch, so you could put your sunglasses. I think this is specifically made for your sunglasses. Some people might be able to put their phone in there, but I have the 11 Pro Max, and prior to that, whatever the Plus version of the iPhone was. Moving on to the waist straps. I don't use this too often because I honestly forget that I have them, but on the waist straps, there's little pouches in case you want to keep trash or anything small. There's little pouches on the side of it, so you can just keep things tucked away right there. So if I do remember that I have them, I normally put like wrappers for, like, you know, energy bars or whatever I might have on me at the time. Another really cool part about this bag, and this is something I definitely use all the time, is on the other side, because on one side there's a camera access compartment. On the other side, there's this really, really cool section where you can put your tripod. And if you're like me, you put your tripod in here, and you also put something else that you probably have that you're bringing too much gear. Like, for example, when I did my cross-the-country trip on a train, I had the tripod in here, I had the Ronin in here. I think I may have even put a bottle of water in here while I was jumping on and off of a train. But this section here is plenty big to put a tripod in, and then cinch this thing super tight, and you're ready and off to the races. Also, if you want to, you can actually remove this section in case you put a dirty tripod in there and you need to clean it out, because not everybody cleans their tripod after they use it, myself included. I'm very guilty of that. I probably need to clean my tripod right now. Maybe I'll do that after this video. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's move on. On the back section of this bag, if you open it up, you can see that it has like a brain part here. We'll talk about that later. But there's also a back section, which is where you can put a water bladder. Your laptop can go in here, but it's not padded on the side. So if you put your laptop in here, be very, very careful, because you want to have pads here for your laptop. But this is great for having jackets, folders in case you had, like, you know, your travel documents. Again, I think I already said water bladder, whatever, you can put it here. The section on the front, however, in the main compartment, on the main compartment lead, is where you put your laptop. And they don't say 15-inch laptop. I put a 15-inch laptop in here all the time. I've only had a 15-inch laptop, and it fits in there very, very nicely. Also in the main compartment, some nice cushion, both to protect the laptop and also make your back super, super comfortable. On the top of the bag, there's a brain section where you can put a ton of accessories. So for me, a lot of times that's where I'll put my hard drives, my charging cables, my external batteries, a bunch of stuff in there. And there's also an inner webbing in here in case you want to put things separated inside of there and put other things on top and then close it up. So if you have the accessory bags, you can put those in there as well and use those for more organization and things like that. So looking at the top of the bag, right now I have all my core units in. So I have 2 small core units as well as a medium core unit. So if you didn't want to use these core units in this bag, or you travel someplace and let's just say you're using this to hold your drone or just your camera, you can put them in their own individual bag, which are over the shoulder bags, and walk around pretty indistinctly. And then the last one is the medium core unit. So these are all the core units that come with the professional kit. A medium core unit and 2 small core units. No, in case anybody's wondering, I do not have all the dividers that came with them in there. This is just how the bag was when I started filming this vlog, because I'm not that high tech. But anyway, with that being said, let me talk about, without them being in the bag, what I mean by being able to organize the bag. So when these things are inside of the bag, I normally have them something like this. And let me explain. The reason why I use this configuration in the bag is so I can have all my main cameras, lenses, and stuff like that accessible from the main compartment. Remember, on this side is where the main compartment is, so when you open this door right here, that's when you will see this section, and I can access all of this, and bonus, I can access the first of the small core units. So at the very, very bottom, I normally put my camera because I want the heaviest part at the very bottom, which makes this next part not make sense, but we're still gonna put in the video because A, I put my 70-200 if I'm bringing a 70-200 in this section because for the Canon EF 70-200, it's really, really long, so it doesn't stand up in this because it will make the bag way too big, like uncarry-onable big. So I put the 70-200 long ways here, and normally if I bring this last small core unit, this is normally where I have like the drone, like the Mavic Zoom, Mavic Pro, whatever. This is where I would have my drone. So if I have all three of these in the bag, that's the configuration. Camera and lenses and whatever else I can fit in here. 70-200, normally something accessory-wise because there's normally enough space right here for that. In the top part of this, I'll have my drones, the chargers, all the batteries, etc., etc. So let's talk about other ways I can do this. So the other configuration I use often is I just won't have the drone, and then I'll just have these two sections in there. So if they're just in the case, as you can see, like here, I would still have this entire top section to put jackets or whatever else I was thinking about putting in the very, very top. And I can access it from the top, and even on the top there's actually a zipper, which is really annoying to try to film that, so I'm not even going to film it. There's a top divider section inside the bag, this part right here actually, where I can keep things separate, like jackets, food, etc., etc. So let's talk about another configuration. So I've already showed you how I normally have it. This will be, if you open up the main door, what it would look like. So if I take out the medium core unit and I had this part right here in the main part, I can put the two of these together, and I even measured this. If you put the small core units side by side and put them next to the medium ones, they're pretty much the same exact size. It might be a little bit different, but you can't even tell. So if I'm not going lens crazy, I just have like a camera body and maybe a couple lenses, I can use just the two small core units just like this. So the main door would open up like this, and this is what you would see. But also, if I do this and turn it to the side, while when you open the main compartment, you won't see anything here. I can access whatever is here from the side compartment of the bag. So I would have my camera maybe already built, or maybe a lens. Like let's say, for example, I had the 70-200. I could keep that right here so I could easily access it. But in most cases, I'll just have my camera with a normal non-zoom lens accessible this way. So those are the configurations I use using the core units. So all in all, I really, really like this bag. This thing has gone across the country with me a bunch of times now. Planes, trains, automobiles, boats, you name it. I basically had this bag with me, and it is still going strong. I have not sent it back for any warranty issues. I have not busted zippers, seams, or anything like that. This bag is holding strong, and I think they did a bang up job with its design. Like, good job, Shimoda. So guys, this video is already way too long. I'm gonna jump off here. Let me know in the comments what type of videos and contents you wanna see more of, because I'll try to start producing that more, because we're about to go into vlog mode, which means I'm gonna send out a bunch more content just like this. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Later.